Yo, what's up? This is the Car Pro Insider Podcast. This is session number 17, where in this episode, we're going to dive into 3 things any car sales professional can start doing right now that will wow their prospects. You ready? Let's do it. Hey, what's up? I'm Robert Wiseman, and I have helped car sales professionals from around the world sell more cars by building their personal brands, attracting high-quality car buyers, and becoming the go-to car guy or gal in their marketplace. So what does it take to become the car sales professional that people are lining up to do business with? This is the Car Pro Insider. Hey yo, what's up? I am super pumped up that you were here. This is the Car Pro Insider Podcast. This is episode 17. And listen, I am your partner in crime on this journey for success in car sales. I am Robert Wiseman. If you're not familiar with me, first time here, I blog over and talk a lot about automotive sales and branding at Robert Wiseman, WIESMAN.com. And I'm also the founder of the Automotive Personal Branding Academy and your host here on the Car Pro Insider Podcast. And this is for if you are green in the industry, you know, a rookie in this league, or you're a seasoned vet. This is your go-to podcast for proven strategies, outside of the box ideas, and the latest, greatest resources and tools to help car sales professionals be successful, stand out, and make things happen in their marketplace in automotive sales. That's what we do here. Time is super valuable. I get that. Your time is insanely valuable to you. It's valuable to me. That's why I respect it. And you taking the time to play me, the Car Pro Insider Podcast, into your eardrums, no matter what way or where you're doing it and experiencing it at, I appreciate that. I got love for that. Thank you. I'm giving you a fist bump right now in the air as we go. All right, so we are here at episode 17, and as always, I'm here to try to give you something that you can take and you can put it into action. I'm not trying to give you a lot of fluff. Like, I've been there on those front lines grinding. I went hard there for a long time. I know what the everyday is like. Believe that. So I try to give you things that, listen, everything, every little tip, every little thing you get isn't always going to be the big holy grail. It's all this stuff combined together, doing different things, trying different things, genuinely trying and putting effort to them is what's going to separate you from the guy up the street. And it's what we're about here, is trying to give you something that, listen, it's not for everybody. I'm giving you things that I knew worked for me and were my go-tos, and then other ones with people that I've met and I've learned in the future, and I've helped, and things that I've helped other people, car sales professionals like you, get going for themselves. So I'm trying to bring that to you. So today I'm going to bring you some of my go-tos that I learned and put together, that every time, this is going to be more so when you have a customer coming in, an appointment, they're coming in on a certain vehicle, a certain make and model, they had one picked out, you've had some correspondence, set the appointment, right? You all know what I'm talking about. We all do it every day. This episode, I'm going to give you 3 ways that any of you, me, anybody, can go in and put into action right now that is going to help wow your prospects, right? Because that's what it's about, man. You don't want to be talking about price. Like, I wasn't out there trying to be their best friend. The way I wanted them to love me was not because they liked me so much and we had so much in common. No, because they're like, this guy is a stone cold professional and he's straight up and he's different than anybody else. We like him. That's what I wanted to be liked for, not because I liked the same football team or I made them laugh, which I did make them laugh. I mean, that's, if you know me, I'm not trying to pound my chest here for a little something, but that's something I love to do and have done all my life. Regardless, we're going to jump into 3 ways that you can wow these prospects coming in. Super easy, that work. I did them every time and they definitely stood out. And the reason why I knew to do these is because I wasn't seeing anybody else. All right, let's jump into that right now. Okay, number 1. All right, so I want to build the context. Now, picture this scenario that I know you have had numerous times. You have Susie customer that was a lead, internet lead or phone up, what have you, email lead, however it came through, right? You follow up, a little bit of email correspondence, maybe a little bit. Then you have a phone call and you guys set up the time that you're coming in, or you set it up through the email, whatever. You got the appointment coming in, right? You know what time she's coming in and what she's driving, all that, right? You know the car that she's on, right? Boom, of course. So what I'm going to do is I go and listen, I'm hoping that you make sure that the car that you get, the car she's looking for, a particular one like it, whatever, right? And you make sure that it is cleaned up. Like, I hope I'm not like this. That's not number one, but please, if you're not doing that, make sure that you get it cleaned up and hit it with some of that a little bit more blast of that new car smell spray that you got back there and clean up, right? Hit it with some of that, because that right there, that shit, bro, is mesmerizing to them, man. It gets them high, right? It is a more powerful thing than it's given credit for, I believe, but definitely hit it with that. And that's still not the tip. Just make sure this bad boy's cleaned up, right? And then you probably pull it up front somewhere or have it somewhere close, right? Well, I found a place that that was right in where they pulled in, and I would always back their car into this place where they would see it coming in. On top of that, what I would do is I would print out on just a regular size piece of paper. I would have reserved for, smaller on top, then big letters in a color, maybe black or something, that it would show out and say Susie customer. And I would tape it into the windshield. It's right in the center of the windshield of the car, right? So they're going to see that, and they pull in or they go up. They pull in, they go up to their car. First off, they see the name on the car. You know what they do? Oh, there's my car. My car. Boom, right there. They're taking a little bit of mental ownership, right? I haven't even met them yet. They haven't even gotten out of their car yet, right? I haven't even greeted Susie customer, and she's already taking mental ownership because I printed out a piece of paper, boom, and I put it in the thing, and it has reserved for Susie customer, right? Whomever, the Partridge family. You know what I mean? Whoever, whatever you want to, the name, or Mr. Klein, whatever, right? Do that, put it up there and position the car same place every time that you do it. Sit it in a way that where you know they're going to drive by it, right? You know they're going to see it. Sit it in a place like that. Let them see that name in there. Let them see it waiting for them. Boom, it shows you're ready you're prepared. They like it. They feel special. Everybody wants to see their name like that. Look at the time that you've put into that. That's so easy, but it goes such a far way and means a lot to an individual. Because look, ain't nobody ever did that shit for them before, right? So you're going to be the one to do that. Do that simple thing when you have somebody coming in on a vehicle, boom, and watch it. Make the experience much better for them. Have them in a great mood from the gate, and they're going to be ready to get down and do some business with you. All right. So that is number one. All right. Number two. Now, number two is going to follow kind of in sequence of number one. And number two is something I learned years back, like within my first maybe half a year in the car business, from who we've called the godfather of the internet lead, Ralph Paglia. What up, Ralph? He taught me this one, man, and this thing, I took it, refined some of it, changed a couple of things he taught me and what he did, and then I also used this when I was running and building a BDC for a multi-store dealer group, right? And this is what I had everybody go through and was part of the process, but I did it myself. And I'm going to run through the scenario. So picture it. Susie customer's out there, comes in, checks out the ride. She got her name in the window, sees it's hers, looking around it. You come out and greet her, or she comes in the showroom, what have you, right? Boom. So next, you ask her, hey, can we sit down for a second? Or, hey, can we go inside and just sit down for 1 second? Just want to go over a few things and what you can expect today. First off, boom. Very different than what they're accustomed to. People like to know what's happening and what's really like to know what's happening next. Especially think about it in this business, in car sales, because a lot of people today, even if they don't seem like they're a little standoffish about the whole thing and treating you like you're a car salesman type, right? doesn't, they still have that inside of them, right? There's still a piece of them that's a little standoffish, that doesn't want to trust you all the way and just feels odd about the whole thing, right? It's just the way it is, right? I don't make the rules. I just know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the game. What I like to do is I like to sit them down. Now, what I have then is a folder, right? Just a vanilla folder, whatever you guys got lying around there. And what I got in this thing now is, first off, I have the original lead, if she was an internet lead, how it came in from the whichever lead source, whether it was from your dealer's website, from your website, from your personal website, third-party lead providers your dealer works with, whatever, right? You have that printed out. And then if I'm having any email correspondence or anything with them, I have all that printed out in there as well. And I have the vehicle that they're interested in, kind of like the VDP or any printouts I can get from my website regarding that vehicle. And then on top of that, I have, boom, this checklist, right? It's kind of the itinerary, and it's just a list of things. And I go through and tell them step by step, here's what's going to happen today. All right, so you know and so you're prepared. Here's our itinerary for the day, so there's no surprises, and you're always in the loop just as much as me. Number one, we're going to start out, take a look at the car. So you're like, boom, 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 boom. You go through it. You end it with, and then you'll be hopefully riding home in your all new, your brand new car. Does that sound good? Yeah, sounds great. Boom. Of course, they're going to say, boom, like you're going through your given thing, and then you're like, and the last one is, you'll be riding home in your all new car. Sound good? Yeah, sounds great. All right, another mental ownership thing that they've already taken. Now this one with you there, as the prior one, they're just pulling in and see their name in the window of the car, and they're like, oh, there's my car, right? Remember that? Boom, so this is another one. So you're already sitting them down. This is something that doesn't happen, right? They don't have to guess what's going to happen next. You're going to sit down from the gate. And the fact of you giving them this is going to be so valuable because it's valuable to them, and you're giving them some control in their mind. They're not going to be uncomfortable. They're not going to be in the unknown and knowing what's next, what's the next move, this and that. You're laying all that out from the gate, right? And ending it with them leaving in a car, the whole reason you get up and go there every day. You know what I mean? So that's number 2, is print out the file, create the file on this individual with the checklist. And the checklist, you just go through the steps of how everything's going to go. We're going to test drive the car. Make sure you like it. While we're doing that, then we'll have your vehicle appraised. Boom, like just that. Then you'll go into the finance. While that's happening, your car is going to be in cleanup, getting all shined up for you, getting out of anything, taking all the plastic and the wrapping off of it, gassing it all the way up. You know what I mean? All that while they're going to be doing the paperwork, handling all of your state fees, your tags, all that, right? We handle it all here, VIP, just for you. Your prospect is going to see you as organized and professional, and they're going to feel like they are in good hands with you. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's 2. Let's move to number 3. All right, so now number 3 is going to fall in sequence just like number 2 did to 1. Number 3 is something you're going to do while they're in finance, signing their paperwork, etc., etc. Their cars, you're going to time this right so the car's already out of cleanup. You're going to have it pulled up front waiting for them coming out of finance. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be out there, and what I did was I always had a spray bottle and some nice rags, and I would just get them from the back from detail, and I'd keep them close to me, and I would make sure when they came out of finance with the finance manager, who I already let him know this ahead of time, then it became just like breathing. They knew every time what to do. They would bring the customer then outside to the car where I would have it parked for them, and I would be out there, whether I'd be on the interior or the exterior or on the rims, or the grill. I would be out there with a rag and my spray bottle, polishing it up, even though it just came out of cleanup. But I'm going to be out there putting some polishes on it, taking good care of it, letting them see me get down and dirty with this thing to make it fresh for them. Now, I don't want anybody to think like this is kind of like shady or I'm trying to, manipulate the situation or give any misconceptions to this prospect. As the whole time I've been up front with them, as you can see in the itinerary, everything, like there is no games. I don't play any games, but I do realize that this is a certain aspect of showbiz this thing of ours, this car sales business, right? And I go in there and I try to make the experience something they're going to remember. They only do it every 3 to 5 years. We do it every day, so sometimes we take that for granted. This is a big deal for them, the whole thing. So I make it wow. I deliver the wow all the time. So all I'm doing is have a little spray bottle, man, and time it. Have your business manager bring them outside, right, to where you'll be, and you'll be just out there or inside wiping it down, or outside wiping down the grill, right, wiping down the rims, whatever, right? Showing that you're out there putting it in to make this thing gleam for them, right? So boom, quick recap. Number 1, sign in the windshield, reserved for Susie customer, right? 2, sit them down, bust down the itinerary, have the file, print out the stuff. 3, when the finance manager brings them out, have them bring them outside to the car where you're going to be with a towel, nice rag, and the spray bottle, and you're going to be just polishing it up a little bit, making sure everything is perfect for their new car, because that's how you want them to feel. Like, you want them to feel like they are in the best hands with you, right? You want them to feel that. These visuals will all help that, and they will start to think that. They will realize that, because they are in good hands with you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All right. I hope that's something, again, like that's something, your next delivery later today or tomorrow, whenever you're listening to this, do at least one of these, right, on that appointment. Do all 3, man. They're perfect. They're very easy to do. They take nothing but a little bit of effort, a little bit of sweat, and they will work, and they will be remembered. Just the reason why you know that you should be doing this is why I knew I should, because I looked around and nobody else was. That's it then for this episode 17. Get all the resources, the links, get some examples, all that jazz at robertwiesman.com/17. And until next week, you guys keep at it, stay hungry, stay learning, always honing your craft, and chase it down out there on those blacktops and showrooms. I'll see you next time. Peace.